Okay, so this is another trailer react video thing, one of these things that I do from time to time. But before we get too far into that, there are a couple of things here that I want to talk about. First and foremost, you may notice a change in the video quality. That's because I am not filming with my standard Pixel 2 XL like I usually use. I am currently filming on my new phone, the CoolPad Legacy that I bought from Boost Mobile. Hashtag not sponsored. Especially with some of the comments I'm going to be making about the CoolPad Legacy right now. Particularly, if you're like me and you've been using the Pixel line for the better part of like 4 years now, and then you switch to the CoolPad, it's going to be a downgrade. Don't even trip. It's going to be a downgrade. I already had to buy an SD card just to max out the storage capacity. Whereas with the Pixel, I had to do nothing. It already holds all my stuff, and it still had like, well, basically, I had. Don't make me do math right now, okay? We're already talking about stuff here. So I switched from CoolPad Legacy to Pixel 2. I've been using the Pixel 2 to film my videos pretty much since the inception of this YouTube channel, but I switched providers recently because Verizon is fucking expensive. And admittedly, yes, I did get suckered into phone insurance, which I've only ever had to use once in my entire life, but you know, I'm done with Verizon. I'm looking for a cheaper alternative, and I think I found it, and I'm going to see what it's like filming with a CoolPad, and if I've heard that the video quality is lacking, but if it's adequate for what I do and for what I need, I'll probably be using CoolPad from now on until I can get a GoPro or something a little more professional. If I genuinely hate the video quality, then I'll probably switch back to the Pixel 2, because even though it can't make phone calls or texts, it can still work as a video camera. But enough about that. That's basically it. The second thing is, yes, there's going to be a Hatflix and Chill later today, and if you see 2 videos on my channel and I'm wearing the same shirt in both of them, A, it's because I filmed them in the same day. B, let's be honest, I have a lot of black shirts in my collection of shirts. A lot of red ones, too. But, yeah, I filmed these in the same day, so don't worry about it. Okay, that's basically all the news that's fit to dish right now. Let's get back on topic here. Dune 2020. When I heard that there was a new Dune movie, I have to confess I was not as doom and gloom about it as I usually am whenever I hear about reboots or remakes, etc., etc. And a large part of that is because Dune technically started off as a book. And for some reason, when it's like a book before it was a movie, and then they decide to make another movie based on that same book, I'm usually not as critical of the fact that it's a remake in general, at least right out the gate. Like, they've already done It, but they made a movie out of It again. The same could be said for Carrie. They did a lot of Stephen King reboots recently. I think there was a Pet Sematary movie that came out a couple years ago. No, a couple of years ago. I think there was a Pet Sematary movie that came out. I never got around to watching it, but I know it's out there somewhere, maybe. But Stephen King can't be the only one who has these, but all the same, I'm not critical of the fact that these are getting newer versions, but whether or not the movies are good are up for debate, but the fact that they exist is not something I criticize right out the gate, which is the case with Dune. I'm not criticizing the fact that Dennis, Russian surname, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head right now, but this dude decided to make Dune 2020, as it's known in my head and throughout the internet, probably to distinguish it from the David Lynch Dune. If I remember right, David Lynch himself didn't even like David Lynch's Dune, so of course, this would be the time to kind of rectify that and make a Dune movie that, even the director likes. So that's one possibility here. This might be the chance to make a Dune movie that's a little more accessible to the mainstream because, let's be honest, the only thing that's more not for everybody than Dune itself is David Lynch. The one thing that Dune and David Lynch have in common is they're not for everybody. And it is honestly one of those situations where you either love it or you hate it. And that's, if you love Dune, great. If you hate Dune, I won't fight you over it. But in my experience, there is no middle ground on that turf. And if you can get a guy in there who makes a decent Dune movie that's a little more comprehensible, then I say kudos. But that's just my thought process going into this trailer. And I haven't watched it yet. At the time I'm recording this, it's been on the internet for a grand total of 6 minutes. So I have it queued up back there. My PC apparently went to sleep, I think. But I'm going to watch the Dune trailer, and I'm going to come back and give you my thoughts. I'll leave a link to the trailer down there so you can watch it too. And let me know what you think. Wow. Okay then. Yeah. Looks like this movie has some promise. I'll be honest, man, it did look pretty orange throughout the entirety of it, but I mean, this is Dune. I mean, Dune, Arrakis, desert planet. The fact that it's a desert probably implies it's going to be orange, but kind of get the feeling they shot a lot of it with a little orange filter or grade or whatever they call that. They shot that there. But I can forgive it. In fact, I applaud the decision because, it's just Dune. When I think Dune, I think orange for some reason, and the footage fit that kind of mindset. Obviously, they have to work in the "I must not fear, fear is the mind killer" chant somewhere in the trailer, and I'm kind of bummed out they didn't include the whole thing, but what are you gonna do? I'm really just not sure what else I could say, any other attempt I would make to try and say something clever will come off as me being my usual stammery, stuttery idiot self when I don't have a script to follow, and let's be honest, even when I do have a script, I tend to trip over myself and stutter and stammer and do stuff like that, but I'm usually a lot more coherent there, whereas here it's just kind of, but overall opinion, hell yeah, I'd go see that. I mean, pandemic be damned, I would go to a theater and watch it on the big screen if I could. I mean, I'd wear the mask, I'd socially distance, etc., etc., but I'd go see it. It looked that good. I mean, I won't even waste money on Tenet, but I'll go see that. That's how awesome it looked. But yeah, that's my take from the trailer. I want to see this movie. If I can see it in a theater, that'd be awesome. But if I have to wait till it becomes available on home media, then fine. I'll just get it there and I'll watch it. I want to watch this movie. I like Dune. And this trailer pretty much guaranteed this is going to be a spectacle. And I want to see that spectacle. And that's pretty much my thoughts on that right there. So if you liked this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If there's any trailers you think that I should check out and would make for good trailer reaction videos like this, be sure to leave a comment in the box down there. If you think the video footage here... excuse me, burping. If you think the video footage here in the cool pad is tolerable and worth keeping around, also you can say so in the comments as well. I mean, I'm just looking for general feedback at this point, please. But I'll see you in just a little bit here. I'm gonna go film the Hat Flicks and Chill right now. So, bye.